And so to the £96,000 Maserati Gran Cabriolet, Maserati's first full four-seater convertible. Keep your eyes peeled. Now, I'm going to be testing it by taking it on a grand tour that cars like this were made for. From one style capital here in Paris, 600 miles away to Monaco. We'll be going soon. Just any second now.
The first thing I tested was the anti-skid control.
So going around the Place de la Concorde, which is a big roundabout, and I've just come across a button, MSP, Maserati Stability Programme, I wonder. And some cobbles, just... Oh, grips all of a sudden gone when I pressed that button. How odd. So onto the autoroute, the A6, heading due south. And the first thing I have to play with is the engine. It's a 4.7-litre V8 made by Ferrari to Maserati spec, and it's got 440 horsepower. And it goes like this. Doing this sort of trip is absolutely fantastic, but it does cost you a bit of an arm and a leg. And this Maserati is managing 20 miles to the gallon, which doesn't sound a lot, but I think it is pretty impressive, considering I have been hooning it. Now, the roof is triple layered to minimise wind noise. And doing 70 miles an hour, though, there is a little whistle just around here. It's as though the window hasn't quite been shut, and it is constant. Not exactly the last word in refinement. Time for a quick lunch stop and a chance to tell you about a few options. Pearlescent paint is all yours for £5,288. The wind stop, that's the black thing between the two front seats, it reduces turbulence by 50%. That's £588. And an iPod connector, £254. But don't worry, you do get a Maserati sticker on the cable. And that should tell you what sort of person will be buying this car. Somebody I'd like to hang out with.
So, how's life for the passengers?
News from the rear, you can get two adults in here, and Maserati cares about you so much, they give you individually styled seats, very much like the ones in front, only a little bit narrower. You do sit quite upright, and I think on a long journey that will be a bit of a bore, but you do get a cracking view. If only I could see it. Driver, do your business or get off the potty. Let's go! I've done 500 of the 600 miles now, and I am feeling as fresh as a daisy, and that's a lot to do with this car's character. It is a proper Grand Tourer.
But Maserati also says that the Gran Cabriolet has inspirational handling, so I dropped into the hills above Monaco to see if they were right.
I could do with the steering just being a little bit sharper, the brakes being a whisker beefier, and also I could do with even more punch out the corners. But overall, this is a Maserati that is coping pretty well with these really demanding mountain roads, so I am impressed. Monaco, we have made it! Oh, yes. Oh, so what have we learned about the car? Well, it may not be the biggest adrenaline pump, but there's something incredibly romantic about it. It's exotic and it is very exclusive. It's the thinking man or woman's choice. And whilst I'm here at Monaco, it would be churlish not to do a lap of the Grand Prix circuit and go through that famous tunnel. And to announce our arrival, I'll just press the sport button, which opens some valves in the exhaust, and from 3,000 RPM onwards, well, it sounds like this.